You can just invite in the conversation. Mum, I think I want to be a singer. I'll go on and give it a go. All right, okay, yeah, fair enough. Lola Lennox, daughter of with La 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 Love Me. It's BBC. I'm so sorry. I don't know what I keep singing today, and I'm not allowed. I shouldn't be doing that. Coming up, it's BBC Radio Leeds. Coming up, we've got some Genesis. Yola, I don't know if you've heard this yet. Diamond Studded Shoes. She's from Bristol. I'm absolutely obsessed with her. Her album is stunning, but she sounds absolutely timeless. Her music is incredible. It's called Diamond Studded Shoes. It's by an artist called Yola, who you will be hearing a lot of over the coming years. I think she's officially the sound of 2021, actually. You are with Nick. We're live through till 2 o'clock today. Coming up after 1, we've got the weekend throwback. The music is amazing. Right now, though, I love talking about this kind of thing. So I've said this quite a lot, actually. I think a lot of us are a lot more aware these days that things like the arts or sports or just walking around in nature are as good for our well-being as they are for our physical health. Well, 3 Leeds-based organisations have just been awarded nearly £50,000 worth of funding to support activities on a social prescribing programme. What on earth is social prescribing? Well, we're going to find out more with our guest, Emma Tregidan. She is joint CEO of Space 2, and Anna Quint-Martin. She's the service manager for Linking Leeds. Welcome to the show, you two.
Hi, Nick.
Hello.
It's lovely to have you with us. Let's start off with Anna. What is social prescribing? What does this mean?
It's a really good question, and I'm going to try and explain it really well because it's a hard thing to explain and not many people know about it, and it's massively important. So basically, social prescribing has been around 10 years, and effectively, if you've got any problems, practical problems, emotional problems, something that's affecting your well-being, social prescribing can help you to get a good solution to it. Most people, they're very complicated, and if they've got problems, it's not usually just one thing. They might have addiction problems, they might have housing issues, they might just be really isolated and not get to see many people. And especially with the pandemic, obviously, this has become even more of a thing. So it's very hard if you're depressed, anxious, worried to figure out how to get support. So what social prescribing does is it puts you in contact with a wellbeing coordinator, they're my team, and they will basically ask you a few questions, find out what's going on, what it is that you want to sort out in your life, and then we'll support you to get that help. And there's 4,000 services and community groups in Leeds. So can you imagine trying to navigate that yourself? It's really, really hard. And people just don't know how to get help. Maybe they don't have internet access, they don't have the ability maybe to read or write and therefore can't get this access for themselves. So again, social prescribing is the answer. Come to us and we will help you to get the help that you need.
Wow, right, okay. So if someone's listening to this and they're going, all right, but I don't know, it doesn't really affect me, I don't have an issue with this. Can you explain why we all benefit from this? What does social prescribing do for society as a whole, if you like?
Well, the great thing about social prescribing is it's based in the person's community, right? So even if that person just is, maybe they're lonely, it sounds like I'm saying just, but that's a massive problem in itself. And maybe you want a few friends, and it's as simple as that. You could have everything else in your life completely sorted. What we can do is get you in contact with groups in your community, so where you live. And then what happens with that is the people who join those groups, then they start setting up their own groups, and it just grows and grows and grows. So people become like much more invested in their community, and therefore the community itself gets better, everybody thrives. And if you are listening to this and you're thinking, I haven't got any problems, just think around you, friends and family, everybody has something going on in their lives most of the time, and it doesn't need to be something massive. It could just be a little thing that is bothering you and you really want some help with it. There's a good chance that we'll be able to help.
This is fascinating. It's such a good thing. So it feels like this last year, if there are any benefits to have come from it, it's things like this. We understand the importance of things like this. Now, Emma, you're, as I say, joint CEO of Space 2. And this money, it's been split between these 3 Leeds organisations, this £50,000. So Space 2, Yorkshire Cricket Foundation and Feel Good Factor. So before we find out what you're going to do with the money, you better tell us what on earth is Space 2, Emma?
Space 2, we're an arts and social change organisation, and we're based up at the old fire station in Gipton, and we've been around a very long time using arts to make change and to support people and creativity.
Sorry, I know there's a bit of a delay because of the way that we do everything these days. But when you say using the art, so give us an example of someone that could come. Like, what would happen if I came to you for help? What would happen to me?
So you can come through, might come through the social prescribing. Be subscribed to us. People come and knock on our door. We have conversations with them to find out what they would like to do. And for argument's sake, if you're feeling lonely and isolated, we can offer a range of activities that you would like to take part in. For example, we've got Threading Tales, which is a group that meets weekly and sews, makes and knits and creates work. We have Heart to Art, which is a very informal art group where people come together and paint, draw, print. But what you find with people when they're doing activities, it is also an opportunity to have conversations and talk. So what people start to do is they connect with others. You know, they share problems, they share ideas. They might want to make something or create something of their own that they can then do with someone else. They might want to put on an exhibition in our building, which they're also very welcome to do. So we like to co-create and make work with people, but it is very much about bringing people together in communities.
What I love about this is that I think this is something else that's come out of the last year, actually, is that the arts has felt like something that's sort of maybe a bit nebulous, maybe you're not sure if it's for you, but we've sort of got to grips with the fact that actually it can be people getting together and sewing, for example. So that's kind of what Space 2 is doing. The money's been shared with Yorkshire Cricket Foundation and Feel Good Factor as well. What will they be doing?
Well, the money's actually being shared wider than that. So Yorkshire Cricket Foundation and Feel Good Factor, we're the three core partners on the project. The Cricket Foundation will be doing things like walking cricket, multi-sports, activities for families. Feel Good Factor will be doing gardening projects, money management, exercise classes. But the money's going further than that. So we're supporting a lot of other smaller organisations in the city as well that's very locally. So this is very focusing around Chapeltown, Gipton, Hare Hills and Seacroft, so sort of east-northeast of the city. So we're also working with like Friends of Gledhow Valley Wood. They're going to be running activities. We're working with Give a Gift, an organisation which works with refugees and asylum seekers, Balbir Singh Dunn's Company. Thackeray Museum of Medicine is going to be running some courses around their artefacts in their
amazing. It sounds like the wonderful thing is that there's so many kind of organisations and people. You mentioned Balbir is a friend of the show who are coming together to deliver all of this. Tell me, Emma, when you hear about all this wonderful stuff that is happening, it must be wonderful to feel a part of it.
You know, it's been really exciting because so many people are involved and there is an absolute willingness for people to come together and to try and make a difference, and to really work with the Linking Leeds and social prescribing to make them also aware of all those different activities. It's like Anna said, there is so much out there that people might not be aware of, that they can be part of. But it's also about them also giving back to their communities as well, because a lot of these projects, like Friends of Gledhow Valley Wood, it is about conservation and looking after that wood. So it is very, very exciting. And there are some very exciting conversations happening.
Just finally, I have to ask you, so Linking Leeds, we've heard about social prescribing. I feel like I've got to grips with all this now. Let's say I'm listening and I'm interested. I want to get involved. I want to do something. What's the best thing to do? Where do we go?
Yeah, it's always good to start Linking Leeds because you maybe don't know what you want, or maybe you want lots of different things and you don't know where to start. There's so many things that are going to come out of this, and there's already so many things that exist. So if you come to Linking Leeds, we'll give you a wellbeing coordinator, we'll help you. Best way to get in contact with us, we've got a brand new website, www.linkingleeds.com, not hard to remember. There's a phone number on there, there's contact forms, there's chat function. Get in touch with us. don't be scared to ask for help. You're not going to be judged. Nobody's going to be worried about it. What we're going to do is we're going to find out what it is that's going to improve your life, and we're going to help you to do it. And it's as simple as that. It's not scary. Our wellbeing coordinators are fantastic. They do an amazing job, and we are ready to help. So yeah, come check us out.
It's a great message. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much for joining us, you two.
Thanks for having us. Cheers, Nick.
That's Emma and Anna from Linking Leeds, and
thank you both. That was great. Thank you.